So while I was in the hospital for chronic myeloid leukemia, they started me on chemotherapy medication. A normal human being is supposed to have between 5 to 10,000 white blood cells in 1 microliter of blood. I had 350,000 mutated cells floating around in my system. So it was essentially a traffic jam of sorts. As I began my chemotherapy treatment, it started to kill all the mutated cells, and they all started to accumulate on my right foot. And it was terribly, terribly, terribly painful. So much more painful than the procedure of bone marrow aspiration, where they drill into your bone marrow. And unfortunately, the only type of anesthesia that they could provide you was topical. So you could still feel the pain quite literally in your bones. As I was going through that, and they were putting me on insane amounts of morphine and was really out of it, I still couldn't sleep, you know, because my mind was still restless. I was still anxious. I was still in so much pain. And it was at 1 a.m. and because I worked in that hospital, I was fortunate and privileged enough to have my own private piano in my hospital room. How wonderful is that? So at 1 a.m. I got up and I played some Chopin at night, and you know, it helped me relieve my mind of the pain and helped me take that anxiety away from me. And as I was playing, a doctor peeked his head into my room and was like, "Is everything okay?" I was like, "Yeah, man, I'm just kind of, you know, tired, and I don't know what my results are gonna be. I don't know if I'm gonna live or not." I was like, "Oh man, well, let me check it for you." And he checked my diagnosis, and he told me that the prognosis was gonna be good. And I felt that the music drew him in. Like, you know, the music drew this good message to me on that good night. And I was able to sleep after that because the music has calmed my soul. And it has brought someone to bring me the good news, that is. And it is a very unique moment in my life as a cancer patient and a music therapist.
The Same Sky Project was the idea and vision of an amazing young woman named Amy Stone. She asked me if I would consider helping her put a show together. We were walking outside after the session and we looked up to the sky, and she said, "Isn't it funny that no matter who we are, we all live under the same sky?" So the very first show that we ever produced under the Same Sky Project was called How Far I've Come. It was based on Amy Stone's life. And what makes how we form these shows even more unique is the centerpiece might be Amy in her own production, but around her are 12 other people with challenges. They become the cast of characters, and in it, they begin to realize no matter what label you have, we all are the same. That began the Same Sky Project Productions.
When I was 15, I came to Tom, who is the lead music therapist here, barely able to talk, barely able to articulate my words, which led to a whole lot of people not really understanding I had a lot to say. I had a lot that I wanted to tell them, but they didn't seem to want to take the time to actually listen to what I have to say. When I came to Tom, he was like, we're gonna sing a song. And I went, I can barely talk. How in the world am I gonna learn to sing? I started learning Little Mermaid, Part of My World. I couldn't get through one page of it, let alone the whole entire song. But now, one of my favorite things to do is sing. Because back when I was learning, we used singing to increase my breath control, increase my breath support, and also increased my confidence. Now I can have fun singing with friends without even realizing that I have a physical challenge that used to really impact my voice.
At night when I couldn't be there, I would just say, put on WETA, put on the classical music station. And then when we finally pulled out, he was intubated, his first words were, "I love you," a couple times. But Peter, Paul, and Mary were on, and he started to sing when he was able to. His next words were, "To Blowing in the Wind." So I knew in that coma he'd hear that music. I knew it. I just knew that would bring him back. I knew it. So that's what we did. And it's like we never stopped after that with the music. Never, ever stopped.